Oh, wow. Thanks, Achilles. You're the boss, man.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Oh, that was nice. Thanks, Achilles.
You guys are my favorites.
Wait, what did I miss?
Aw. He's given us a little call in his group to say that we're showing off our decks right now.
Shit, it's awesome. Thank you, Achilles.
Anytime, man.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the screen share. We'll give if anybody from Achilles Groups wants to jump in, we'll give them just another minute or two, and then I'll start showing you guys it works. All right, guys, here it is.
Oh, wow.
Looks so sick.
And now, like I said, remember, this is just the bare bones. Like, I honestly did most of this theming in about maybe 30 minutes. Like, whenever we're done, it's going to look closer to the mock-up that we showed. I have to dig it up. But I don't know if any of you guys caught that, but it's got a very custom look to it. There's going to be like a nice nav bar here on the left with all of our custom D-apps and like little games, liquidity, probably staking, hopefully sooner than later. Here on the left, all the custom things we're going to add. We're going to show like real-time USD value of the coins that you have selected as well, not just the swap price. All kinds of different things we're going to display on here in a real clean format once it's said and done. This is basically a demonstration of functionality. But thank you for liking the design.
Looks really crisp, man. So
Yeah,
okay,
it looks so good.
I'm ignorant here.
I love it. Easily 12 out of 10.
Yeah.
Easy.
Aw, you guys make me feel all warm and fuzzy.
It looks so good.
Yo, how does the DEX work? Are you guys going through the pancake swap router, or are you like doing your own liquidity staking? Like, I don't understand.
Actually, right now, we are actually kind of piggybacking off 1inch.
Okay.
Until we have our own custom smart contracts designed. That's going to be the next big step. So basically, right now, it's getting all the front end set up, and we're focusing on getting the functionality, like the actual Web3 functionality, implemented. And in place, and then once we got that smoothed out and everything's working smoothly, we can start focusing on the custom smart contracts for the back end, and then we'll actually have our like a full, like, you know, it'll go through our contracts. We'll receive the trading fees because every swap receives a small fee per transaction, so that'll help fund the project as well. Then, you know, next big thing will be working on the staking contracts, and then we can start pulling some larger projects, you know, creating partnerships with larger projects to pull them over to our staking pools, their communities, and etc. And that'll all generate revenue as well.
Super impressed, man. That is awesome.
All right, well, let's show you guys it works. All right, so sign in. There we are. And then this populates a token list. We'll have a search bar here to actually search for these tokens as well. We just don't have that in yet. And this whole custom token section, this will be different. But anyway, as I said, this is just a demonstration of functionality. So we'll go ahead and select BNB, select token, put a custom token, search. You can see there it pulls up ToyoMoon. And
it's so fast compared to PancakeSwap. Like,
yeah.
it found ToyoMoon instantly.
Yeah, it's pretty quick, and we'll have a dialogue box as well. Like, it's actually one thing I'm working on right now. like literally just before we came here, a dialog box that'll pop up and show you, all the token information that you search for, and you'll be able to confirm that's the one you want, etc. So anyway, let's go ahead and see, and we'll display your wallet balance and all that good stuff. So we got 2.6 in here, so let's go ahead and just, or excuse me, 0.26. See, it populates the price there. Slippage, we go ahead and, I have a small bug with the slippage. I don't know why. For some coins, we'll get it sorted out though. You have to put a higher slippage than normal, but it's still, the trade goes through at the right price.
Yeah. If the coin has 4 decimal points for some reason, you have to set a higher slippage.
So we'll go ahead and just slap a 0.26. You see it pulls up the confirm in the wallet here. Confirm. And we actually just worked out the ability to grab this transaction hash as well. So we'll have a, oh, actually. Oh, no, okay, we do have the, okay. It is in the demo. I didn't think we had it in this version. Okay, awesome. So yeah, I mean, this is just here for example, but here you can hit view transaction, and we can see as soon as BSC scan populates for us that the transaction has gone through. If BSC scan's not crawling, at least, or BSC in general. You can see it's taking the BNB, and there we are.
That's epic.
Yep. So as of right now, that's basically the base functionality. We do have a check-in here. If you don't have a slippage set, it'll give you an alert when you try to do the swap. Oh, I have token selected. And this will be all refined as well. But we've got the checks in there. We got the checks in there for most things. We're working on a lot of other error catches and stuff right now. But things are moving. They're moving along now. It was a real uphill battle at first, but things are becoming simpler and moving faster now. And I think me and Super will be able to make some pretty good advancements here in the coming weeks.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's super cool to see it work, and especially how fast it picked up the coin when you pasted the contract in, as opposed to pretty much any other DEX.
Yeah, it can be pretty snappy.
It's so cool.
It'll be even faster when we have our own smart contracts to connect into as well. It's because we don't have all the bloat that they have, pretty much,
Yeah, we don't have advertisements and stuff like that.
Huh. Super cool.
Did anybody have any questions about the DEX? Like anything, anything that comes to your mind? Answer to the best we can.
Yes, I did. So I was just wondering. Well, I think other people would question this. Like, say people that use PancakeSwap and Uniswap, they'd probably ask, well, why should I use ToyoMoon? Why should I use MoonSwap instead? So I guess for people that will be listening and on the screen recording later, what will differentiate from those?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's probably the question, honestly. And like I said, we're looking to add. So what made PancakeSwap blow up? It was the custom features they've added. They took an open source code. They took Uniswap and cloned it, same as SushiSwap. But they just have gone over the top with adding custom features. They got predictions. They got all the staking pools, the liquidity pools, the syrup, the syrup farms and all that. And those kind of features are things that we're going to be looking to add into this. All kinds of different little games you can play, different options for staking. And really anything that we can come up with and the community thinks would be cool, we'll take community feedback and we'll do our best to build it and get it up here and just start pulling people in. Probably, I mean, it's not going to happen overnight, but if we can get some nice staking pools set up with nice returns, we'll get some bigger projects involved, get their communities on board, and then hopefully keep them here with like the the neat little features that we're going to add. Hopefully that answered it.
That's awesome.
Anybody else have anything they want to ask for me or Super or any other team?
I have a sort of baseline question here that I guess I don't really understand about a DEX. So if I want to purchase a token that's, let's say, on ApeSwap, I would be able to do that on MoonSwap, or no? Is there like a plan to connect them, or will it just be a MoonSwap based?
If it's traded on BSC, you can trade it on here.
That's
you can
awesome.
put any token in that bar right now, and it'll
And
populate.
actually, it's not that complicated to implement like cross-chain capabilities, kind of like 1inch does now. Like if you go to 1inch, you can choose like, do you want to trade it on ERC20? Do you want to trade it on BSC20? They support quite a few different swaps, and it's not that complicated to implement that. So it's definitely something that we're going to be looking at.
Yeah, I'm going to add those because it's a simple change in the code to pick up from Ethereum or any of that.
Yeah, they're all the same. Like they're all just forks, you know. So they're basically just copy pasted as far as how the actual networks are set up. So it's very easy to set up a cross chain swap.
And coming from a developer standpoint, what I'm trying to accomplish is like a basic a framework that's not so complicated to where you can add other things, you know, because like right now you got to go to like, there's a reason people goes, you know, to Pancake Swap. There's a reason people goes to PooCoin. And if we can get all that put into this, you know what I mean? Because right now it's so complicated to do anything. You got to do so many steps to get something accomplished.
Especially for new people like
with
Super. You're learning that yourself.
Yeah, like me, because I don't know nothing. I'm a developer. I've been coding for a long time, but as far as and he's trying to explain to me all these steps, like just to turn a token into like cash money. You know, it's like it's hard. And if we can do simple steps like that, and already have all that working in the background, and get it all done on one dApp, you know.
Yeah, and like even the ability to come to the site and just buy with fiat. It's not something it's not that complicated to implement. You know, I don't understand really why PancakeSwap hasn't done something like that up to this point.
Right.
You know, because
right now,
sorry, go ahead.
Right now, some things communicate with Morales. Some things communicate with Web3. Some things communicate with One Punch. I'm trying to, as a developer, I'm trying to bring all that into one spot where you can build off of it simply. And that's kind of where I'm at right now as far as this DEX goes. It's easy to change this DEX around right now.
Basically, this is like a stepping stone for an entire platform is what we're looking to do. This will be the first step into building an entire platform is what we want in the end. It's not going to just be a swap. It's going to be, you know, as many things that, like Super said, as many things that we can bring into one place as possible, plus, you know, custom features that aren't other places. That's what I want to load this thing up with.
Right. Yeah, it looks like just a swap now, but in the background, I've worked probably 60 hours just adding, just simplifying stuff in the past probably 4 days. And it's a lot accomplished. I mean, it looks like a swap, but it's a lot accomplished behind the scenes.
That's good. All right, can I ask one more question, then I'll give the time to everybody else here. So in the same way that Pancake has cake, is ToyoMoon the same thing to MoonSwap?
Yeah, it is our native token. Yeah, the ToyoMoon will be the native token for MoonSwap. Yeah. If there were to ever change in the future, we'd talk about, you know, possibly another type of like a sister coin or something possibly, but I think right now we're geared towards keeping ToyoMoon as just the full-on native token. Yeah.
Awesome.
Anybody else?
Looking good, man.
Hey, Matt, how are you, brother?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. So I just kind of hopped in here. I had no idea this is what you guys are actually doing with your token. I've followed along. I'm an investor in you because you're a good person. You know, you've been in my group for a long time, and I was like, I believe in these guys. I don't care what the market cap's at. I don't care what the LP is. I'm going to throw into this project. I've been very happy to. I've seen a little bit of, you know, what's going on here with the chart. Typical token launch where you haven't hyped it up with Crypto Maestro and Travlad and everybody else that is going to overhype your coin and then dump it and leave it to die. I like what you guys are doing here, but this is the first time I've actually seen this, and I'm like, I'm really fucking impressed, bro.
Thanks, man.
That's solid. That's solid. So my big question is, why should I use your platform over Pancake Swap?
Sure. And yeah, we basically we were just talking about this is kind of like the swap is kind of a stepping stone to like an entire platform that we want to build.
Right.
we want to pull in, as Super was saying, we want to pull in like basically all of the awesome features from all, because right now people, you bounce around. How many websites you go through today? You're at PancakeSwap, you're at PooCoin, you're at Dex Tools. You're all these different places for different reasons. And we want to kind of pull all of that into one central location, and also add a bunch of like really awesome custom features that you don't see other places. Different kinds of little games, little D-app things that you can do, Web3 enabled web apps, where you can, I don't know, maybe it's just betting a little BNB here and there, maybe it's winning some NFTs. Right now we're kind of in just like the building block stage, and we're just brainstorming, finding out what we can do, what we're capable of, and with every day we're getting better at it.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, sorry, I hope I answered you well enough.
Yeah, I think so. I guess the big thing is like, right now, any tutorial that tells you like, oh, you want to trade in the BSC space, install a Trust Wallet, go to, the PancakeSwap D app on your phone in the D app section of Trust Wallet, and you're good to go. That's ideally the market that you guys would like to step into and take over.
Sure.
Right. So obviously the thing is, PancakeSwap has a ton of features, from gambling on upcoming whether this coin is going to go up and down, to the staking, to a bunch of stuff. So you guys have a very big giant that you want to take on there.
Sure.
So I mean, you want to bring on some features that aren't being implemented. I guess that's going to be a major point for your token, is I think trying to figure out what it is that you can do that they're doing poorly or just aren't doing.
Well,
you know
honestly,
what I mean? And
like Pancake's kind of stalled out. They hit like a plateau, and they just have kind of, I mean, I'm not saying they've stopped developing, but I think they're just happy with the revenue that they've got now. The platform is big enough, they're making enough money, and I just feel like they kind of stopped innovating, and that's what we hope to pick up the slack on.
So I guess the thing is like, okay, they might have stopped innovating, but they have a ton of use case. They've got a lot of apps on there. So how do we get new investors to come on board and use you in their Trust Wallet instead of them? Because you almost have to like, you almost need unique features that they're not doing yet. You know what I mean? To like attract an audience, like, yo, PancakeSwap is not doing this shit. And then you start filling in the regular stuff that PancakeSwap is doing, hopefully, or you just hope that people don't give a shit. I obviously, you're my friend. I'm asking you the hard questions.
No, it's fine.
But I'm like, how do we step this up and above what PancakeSwap is doing without maybe spending as much money on building everything they built? Because they've done a ton of shit. Let's be honest. They are kind of the standard. They took over from SushiSwap in a way. Nobody really knows who SushiSwap is anymore. And you want to be the next PancakeSwap. It's a fucking good on you, man. I respect what you guys are doing, but it ain't easy.
We hope to, PancakeSwap's still just a fork of Uniswap. We're trying to build something a little more unique too. What I mean? It's still kind of like, I mean, yes, they added their own custom features, but like what the interface you see right now, I know you missed the first part of this, but all this is, I did all this theming in about 20 minutes earlier. This is just the bare bones of functionality that we have right now that I prettied up a little bit. The whole interface is going to be different by the time we do an actual release version. We'll have, it'll look awesome. We're gonna have this big sweet menu over here. It's gonna have all of our custom D apps on it eventually. Interface will be way cleaned up. This, all of this will be cleaned up. This won't even be here looking anything like the way it is now. So visually pleasing, we'll definitely get that dialed in, and then the custom features is something we're just gonna keep building on. I mean, really, in this space, it's really whatever you can come up. It's like almost anything you can dream about doing, you can really create with the skill and time. So the possibilities are really endless as far as like things that we can add, and we'll be analyzing and looking and seeing, what would be good, what we're getting community feedback, what do people want, and then we'll start focusing on building that.
Oh, that's awesome, bro. Great answer. I 100% believe in what you guys are doing, man. Like, I'm still surprised. And like, I just posted in our group. I'm like, guys, if you're looking for long term, I can be patient. Like, this is an app that is fucking happening. So I'm like, I like how small you guys are at this point. It's like you've got a small group of people who are with you. They believe in you. They've thrown some money, and we're like, okay, let's see this thing fucking launch. And like with what you're showing here, I'm surprised you don't have $100,000 in the LP, bro. So like that time is coming, and you know, I hyped in hard when you told me you had a project. We hadn't spoken in a while, but I'm like, oh man, this guy's legit. I mean, the amount of times you helped our group like not get rug pulled, not get scammed. You posted due diligence and told people like, yo, learn your shit. That's why I'm in this fucking project, man. And I'm like, I'm super fucking stoked.
Thanks, man.
This is the first AMA I made it to, and I'm like, holy fuck, I want to throw more into this.
Yeah, we really we messed up with the starting liquidity. We should have started higher. And honestly, this low market cap may end up being a blessing in disguise. While things are quiet, we can take those. Say market cap is still low. Hopefully, it's gone up by the time those tokens unlock in about 3 weeks. Hopefully, we're at a higher market cap than we are now. But by having a lower market cap, that'll allow us to add more liquidity cheaper once those team tokens unlocked. I should have locked them for not as long, but also wanted to make people feel secure, and I was more confident that we'd hold a better floor. But like I said, things happen, mistakes were made, man, but we're not quitting. We're going to keep going with it. We're going to keep building, and we're going to work with what we got, and hopefully the product will sell itself.
Oh, bro, it's a great entry point, man. Somebody can go through $100 in this and forget about it, and they'll be fine a year from now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we hope so. We're gonna keep working at it, man. Like I said, we're gonna. By the way, I want you to meet Superfool. He's our newest team member and our newest dev on the team. Super cool guy. Only lives like 15 minutes down the road from me.
Nice.
Yeah. So he'll be helping me out with the development. Honestly, I wouldn't have gotten this far without him. No way.
Yeah, like as I said earlier, this I don't think he was in here, but this is just like it looks like any other decks, but at the roots of it, it's totally different. It like it'll pick up any token on the chain right now, whether it's just came out, you know, you can search for it, it'll find it, you can buy it through here, and you know, we can charge fees to swap through it.
Yeah, once
there's all kinds of
custom contracts.
It's all possibilities are unlimited. And I know how to write this code. I've been writing this type of code for a long time, so I'm just learning the whole crypto thing right now.
He's super fresh to crypto.
I don't know what the terms mean, you know. I'm learning now though.
I've been teaching him crypto while he's been helping me learn the coding aspects I need to learn. So it's been good.
That's sick.
It is a kind of a low-key dream team we got going on here.
Right, yeah, because he just tells me, he says, hey, you know, it'd be cool to have this in crypto. I'd be, okay, well, we can do that.
Hey, some guy, do you want to like maybe line up an AMA this week with some people in our group here?
Yeah, let's do it.
My group?
Let's do it. I apologize I haven't reached out to Senior Man. I've been literally all over. It's like I literally wake up and I'd sit in front of my computer just completely swamped. That's what it's felt like these past like 4 days with just nonstop one thing or another. But I do really want to get into an AMA in your group. I would love to get in there and talk to those guys and talk some more with you about it. So yeah, let's why don't I message you tomorrow and we'll figure out a good time and we'll go from there.
Yeah, bro, that sounds great. I mean, I'll be honest, like the TV shows have been keeping me so busy. You know, when I launched the group and like Mike was in there every day modding and we were just like busy, and then people splintered off to other projects and got stuff. The group, you know, it's relatively quiet now, but I'd like to try and make it a little bit more active. Now that I have more time and I'm mostly just trading crypto full time, right? For anybody who doesn't know, it's like a super small investor group of people who are like, oh, you seem pretty cool. Let's help each other make money. We're not looking for pump and dumps. We're not looking for any, you know, everyone's welcome and accepted. We don't take any racism or homophobia. We're just like, how can we help each other make money? Because we like each other, right? So, but I'd like to start trying to get the group pumping a little bit. I want to start recruiting more members, and you know, if I can line up a proper AMA with you and you can show this stuff off, I think you'll get a lot more investors. I got a couple guys in last time we talked about it who were like, okay, they were new to the group and like, hop into this, we'll see what happens. And so I think everyone's kind of like waiting. You've been really good at answering questions in the group, like what's coming up. And like this is like 100% solidified like what you guys are doing here. And I think this would be really good for the group to hop on board with for sure.
Very cool. Yeah, man. I would love to talk about it in there with those guys. And I just saw Achilles pop up, man. I don't know if you've ever met Achilles. He's got he runs a call group, a pretty quickly growing call group as well. He's a great guy. I think he would be a great fit for honestly, most of the people in here would be a great fit for your group. if you're interested in bringing more people in.
If the option open, no racism, no sexism was my thing, man. I'd love to be a part of something like that.
Oh man, that's awesome. I mean, I told people, I'm like, I don't want Jeet talk. I don't want nothing. You know, like here's my deal. Is like, look, you're in the group. Don't just post a chart. Post the Telegram or post a website. Like, let people make the right decisions, and we have to make sure they're not clicking on something they shouldn't be clicking on. And like, we're just here to support each other. And I think there's a lot of that missing in this space, or a lot of pump and dumps. And I was very lucky when I started to like have some good plays, have some bad plays, but like you'd meet people like Mike and you join my group and you're like, yo, this contract looks weird. I'm like, what are you talking about? How do you read a contract? And you were like so heads and tails above what I was doing. I was finding people smarter than me and be like, how can we work together to make some fucking money? You know what I mean? Right. So
yeah, to be honest with you, man, you and about 3 other contacts, the only reason I really even hop on my captain account anymore. Like, your group is like 98% of the reason I even switch to that anymore, is to just see what you guys are talking about in there. Yeah, man, no, your group's great. It's never a bad time in there. You don't ever have to worry about anything, That's what I love about
it. Yeah. Oh man, sweet. I'm so stoked on this right now. You have no idea. It might be the beers, might be the puff I had, but I'm like, it's been one of those days. I woke up and I got like $60,000 less in my wallet. I'm like,
I know, dude. I was watching all my money just drain. Fucking crypto bleeding, man. That's what happened.
Yeah, instead of going to the bar, lose your money. You just get drunk a hole, lose your money.
Pretty much. And like,
my money, man.
Just drain away.
Right.
So to like kind of reiterate quickly, the main question was why should people use ToyoMoon instead of PancakeSwap? And kind of what I got from it was the unique features that we're thinking of putting in, like mini games, gambling type features. The USD value shown on trades, that sounds super cool. I would love to see that on a DEX.
Oh yeah, easy to implement too. We've already got the base code down for it. It's really just a matter of printing it on there now.
That's insane. I didn't even know that you guys were that far ahead.
Yeah, we figured out a lot that we haven't even put in yet.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, buying with fiat, that's if that's in the pipeline, then
that would be awesome, and that's one of my main goals.
That's
because
really
it's so complicated.
I've looked into that. It's not. I don't understand why these other dexes don't do it. Like, I don't know why you don't have like. I mean, you can literally basically like link to a third-party service even from your site and just take a cut out of it. You know what I mean? I don't know why they don't do it. Like, it's so complicated to be able to get on BSC.
I was wondering about that because that's simply like, what is it, like a Simplex or like a MoonPay, like that's what Trust Wallet uses, right? To like automatically buy and integrate as a third-party service. And I've talked to other people in other cryptos about this. Like, it seems relatively easy that you should be able to integrate that.
Yeah, from what I understand, it's not that hard. I don't understand why other dexes aren't doing it. So that would be definitely on a top. It would be an easy to implement and relatively high priority once we get closer to a release version here.
Sick.
See, if you think of because you was asking about how it works and stuff, and if you think of it, like Morales is like one of the main people, right? And then it branches off, and the more the APIs that branch off of Morales, the less you can do with it, you know what I mean, without being restricted by the person that has it branched off. We're right up next to the trunk of the tree right now. So I want to get there and do the same thing Morales is doing. You know what I mean?
For people
we're
that
right
don't
next
know,
to the
Morales
trunk of the tree.
SDK. It basically helps us translate code into Web3 applications.
Communicates.
Yeah.
It communicates as Web3 for crypto.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, it's a SDK that basically just makes it easier to deal with Web3, because writing Web3 can be a giant clusterfuck of code to go through and then to debug, and Morales kind of shrinks that down a bit. It's still not necessarily
it's an
easy.
API.
Yeah, it's an API you can tie into, but yeah, that's basically what he's talking about, because I'm sure most people are like, what the fuck?
It's a software development kit for easier coding.
Right.
Let's say that.
Correct.
Interesting.
It's like any other like JavaScript or Java or any language like that. That's basically not technically, but it's sort of an API. It combines everything you need into one little thing. Because why keep reinventing the wheel? If the wheel's already there, make the car on top of it. Don't keep making the wheel over and over again. It's already there.
It basically shrinks down. Like, say you take 1,000 lines of code, and what an API and an SDK can do is basically shrink that down to a few lines of code. And it's extremely powerful, what we're going through for it, and there's a lot you can do, and we can even branch off from that as well. So there's, like I said, man, the possibilities are really endless. It's basically whatever we can dream up at this point. We just need to get this base stuff down, get this all smoothed out and polished out, and then we can start working on the really cool and fun stuff.
So here's another hard question, because I'm not going to let you off easy.
Of course.
Because I like it. So, I mean, obviously, super low market cap, low LP. It's a really solid entry point. You guys have amazing stuff coming down the pipeline. How do we capitalize on what you guys are going to release, and what's the timeline like for that we can be like, okay, guess what, we're releasing a swap, here's the date, let's get marketing, let's get the community hype, let's do shilling posts 2 days ahead of time and show people that they're missing out on an amazing fucking price point to get in on something that is going to be massive.
Yeah.
And here's the reasons why, which I think as Canned brought up, was like, hey, your other side games and what you guys are going to be doing for getting fiat into crypto, which are great selling points for this project. So like what's our timeline, and how can we as a community start helping you guys out as we get closer?
So I want to have this thing up and available to use by the end of this week. I'm going to get it cleaned up, but it's still not going to be a release version. It'll still be in probably mid to late alpha, maybe early beta version at that point. Obviously, because we still got quite a bit to do on it. But yeah, once we get closer to that point, we'll definitely set a time and date. We wanted to do this just to show everyone that's been here, that's stuck with us, that we're not just dragging you guys along. You know what I mean? We are actually working on this. We're actually building this, and we're very serious about it. And that's kind of what this was. And whenever we get closer to that time, we'll hopefully gather some more marketing funds, find some new investors, maybe even some private sale type stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we plan to keep this going. Like I said, I wish things didn't go the way they did at launch. Obviously, I thought we'd have a higher floor than we landed with, but it's okay. And I'm not worried about it. We're going to keep building, and we're going to keep going with it. As far as a set date and time, I wish I could give that to you now, but I don't have that for you yet, but I will keep you guys updated every step along the way for sure.
Yeah, no worries, bro. I just mean, like, so this today, to me, like, I'm super impressed. Like, this to me could have been like massively hyped and chilled out to show people what you guys have coming up. I don't know. I don't know if you guys missed the potential, or you're just trying to keep it small right now, but like, this shit to me was like, damn, I hope you guys recorded this. I hope you have a video call. I hope you have something that you guys can start chilling out to be like, hey, yo, sleeper agent coming out of the dark here, check this shit out. We're doing real shit. Because this to me should have like massively hyped you guys up ahead of time, but I know you're small, you're keeping it to the community. Like, man, right. this is fucking fire-worthy shit right here. I'll be honest.
I want to do that, but I want to be at least just a few steps further than we are now. I want it to be cleaner.
Yeah,
I want it to function a bit better. You know what I mean? I understand that it does look good. I understand, and it does function, but I want to show people a closer version of our final product than we have at this moment. Whenever we do that, you know what I mean? We're 11 days in, which I know in BSC seems like forever when you're holding. I get that. I do. Obviously I'm an investor myself. But reality is it's less than 2 weeks. We got a lot of development to do. We got a lot of things we need to think about, figure out, and plan for. And then once we get closer, like a cleaner version, a more finalized version, a better vision, a clearer vision, I would say. then I absolutely want to do that. I want to network everywhere. I want to AMA with whoever I can get an AMA with. I want to build it up. I want to Reddit post. I want to, you know, whatever we can do to get people interested and involved, and then we'll have a much larger showing. A planned one. We'll plan it probably a week out, you know, and just build hype that entire week is what I want to do.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean,
this is
as you
still
guys come up on
prototype
it,
right
man.
now.
Yeah, no, understandable. But I mean, like prototypes, even this video that you showed is awesome. Like nobody here's expecting it to be working. It's awesome hype material though. So like I hope you have a video recording. I'll share it to my group.
I do.
But in the future, bro, like I'm always happy to help out with marketing and pushing stuff out. I like to talk to people, and I think we guys have here is legit. So like just keep us in the loop. And if there's anything that we can do to help out or show to some groups or sell to some people, like we'll gladly throw it out there because I think this is legit. And I think anybody that can get in right now, like $100,000 in your LP is fucking peanuts in this space. And the fact that you guys are so low is somebody could throw in one B and make good money on it and you know just be happy and sit there and then make more money and watch a balloon into something massive. So I feel like this is like totally untapped potential. In regards to what the market is looking for, you know, things a little bit different, and you know, B in regards to like a team that's legit, transparent, and out there, and didn't raise 1,000 BNB up the top and then take a quarter of it back in their dev wallet that nobody notices.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, respect to the legitimacy of this project, and I'm fucking on board. And nobody paid me to come here and be a hype man. I'm sorry. I just fucking.
You're doing a great
like
job.
you guys.
I feel like I need to pay you now.
Nah, man. You know me, man. It's like I'm
I
sure
do
you
appreciate
joined me
you
from
though, man.
another. I'm sure you joined me from another project where I came in and I asked like a bunch of questions and talked about it all and asked the stuff, and then I talked with my group. People like, "Yo, what's your group like?" You know.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I think it was
That's
some
what I like to
crazy
do,
hour in the
man.
morning. We ended up in a voice chat talking for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then you were like, "Hey, man, I got a group," and I was like, "All right, cool." And then I jumped in like 2 days later. I was like, "Holy shit, I should have been in this freaking weeks ago."
Yeah. I mean, the main play in my group was like, here's what I'm investing in. Don't invest in what I'm investing in because you will lose money. And that's generally, it was like the opposite of a college group. I'm like, hey, guess what? I had $750,000 in my wallet. Now I have 100,000. So don't do what I do, but maybe check out these tokens.
Right. I wouldn't invest what I would invest again, but you should probably read up on these. Yeah, for real. It's so funny, man. I'm going through that now with Super. I'm like, look, man, we both got honeyed the other day. I FOMO'd into it, man. I checked it out. I thought it was legit. I did, man. I was like, he actually Super sniped it off Moonark, and he's like, hey, look at this thing, and I was like, this has got to be a honey, man. I looked at the contract, 50 BNB burned, renounced. Everything looked fine in the holders. I was like, man, dude, this thing is going. I did 2 test sells at 2 different times, like spread out between like 30 minutes. And I was like, dude, all right, screw it. I'm even more. I threw more in, and then like probably 15 minutes later, trading locked. I was like,
yeah, it locked at 50 BNB. I think it was set to do that because right when it hit 50 BNB, it locked.
Oh man.
So some guy, the compiler was 6.12.
Yeah.
And I just know that's the compiler.
Yep.
So Sem sent me a promotion later in the week, and the guy had 6.12, and I was like, nah, man, get out of here. Like, I know what you're up to.
I can't do
and
it.
Then it's like, oh, all right, well, fair.
Oh, man, that's so nuts.
But yeah, well, this was good. I appreciate everyone that showed up for showing up, man, and it's been great conversation. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. If you guys want to hang out, I'm down to keep hanging out, but I just want to let you guys know I just appreciate you coming and talking and checking out what we got and believing in us, because that's awesome. Anybody else have any other questions or anything I could knock out? Or Matt, you want to harass me some more? Or?
Oh man, I can't give it 2 out of 10 in front of all these people.
Nah, that's cool, man. We're just chilling. Oh, but yeah, I mean, so I want to have this to a point where I'm gonna link it to the ToyoMoon site. You know, by the end of the week, people can use it. We should have a decent amount cleaned up by then as far as functionality and appearance. There's just little things now. Like I said, getting more dialogue boxes pop up, more information given to you, more information displayed, things like that. and then
and we'll add features as they come.
Yep, exactly.
As we get them ready, we'll just add them, and y'all can use them then. Once they're ready.
Like one thing I'd like to get in. This looks pretty easy. It's like a simple little coin flip game. You can get it's not that complicated. I've looked into it, something like that, just for like an early feature. Get it out there.
It really is crazy what you guys have done in the space of like 2 weeks. A deck's built from the ground up with such ambitious features.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I dug into this fully thinking I could tackle it myself, and I was like, man, there is no way I'm gonna make these deadlines. I had to give it super full, and I was like, man, I need your help. And he has done an amazing job. Seriously, thank you so much, Super, for coming on board.
Yeah, no worries.
We're happy to have you.
And see, like I said, I'm learning this, but from what I'm picking up from what I've got here done, if something's connected online, whether it be a video game or anything, if it's connected to the internet, then you can theoretically do swaps in anything, So just think about that for a minute. You can do endless possibilities.
Yeah, that's how people make their games, like the crypto games and etc. It's just a call. Is all it is. From inside their program, makes a call to the smart contract, and
then it does whatever the contract tells it to do.
Yep, and then it distributes tokens or whatever it needs to do. Super's a game developer, so we're working on some hopefully some really.
So
awesome
if you can make a
stuff
call from inside a video game that maybe everybody plays, then maybe you could swap coins from inside one of your favorite video games,
Yeah, with like a simple plugin.
Right.
Are you guys going to be offering any sort of staking or anything like that?
Yeah, that's one thing we definitely want to focus on. Once we get the swap smoothed out, I want to make that one of our main, and that'll come with the smart contracts too. So I don't know if you missed it earlier. Technically, right now, the back end is actually piggybacking off of 1inch. But once we get all the front end development done and all the Web3 connectivity in there and implemented, we're going to start working on the custom smart contracts that will actually run the back end of our swap and our staking pools and things of that sort. And then once we reach that point, then we can start focusing on the staking more, and we can start reaching out to larger projects, telling them what we're doing, what we're about, the things that we want to bring to the table, and try to get their community, to come over to our platform and stake their tokens of said project.
I gotcha. So you want to make your own staking platform, and you're not looking for a third party to partner with but offer through your website.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. Somebody just took a mad vape.
Quick shout out to SJ, who couldn't make it here today.
Oh yeah, SJ, if you watch this,
you're in our hearts.
If you made it 43 minutes in, man, thank you for sticking it out and being positive every day, man. You're the GOAT.
Yeah, you really brighten up my day sometimes. Just popping into the chat and seeing your window cleaning sandwich shop comments.
Yeah, we got to save SJ shoulders, guys. That's a ToyoMoon motto. We got to save SJ shoulders.
All right, guys. Well, this was absolutely, this was really mind-blowing. Like, great job, guys. Seriously. And I can't wait to see it all running.
Yeah, man.
Man.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, Achilles.
Achilles, Matt, you guys should hook up and talk more. I think you get along really well. You guys should trade contact information.
I sent you a DM to add Achilles or whatever one of the things on your group was. I think that was you.
Yeah, buddy. Just replied. Yeah, I can't. Yep, I'm sure we'll chat. Absolutely.
Beautiful, man. Appreciate that.
All right, guys. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Take it easy, brother. Thanks for stopping in.
Guys. Thanks again for posting us.
Anytime, man. See ya.
Yeah, Achilles is a great guy, man. He's got a actually pretty quickly growing call channel, and every time I talk to him, he's just a straight, genuine guy, man. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, I like that, man. That's what I like. I mean, I liked when I had more time and I was in there a lot more active. But then, like, our first couple calls, we all got scammed on me, even though we'd done research, and it was just like, oh man, we never called it a calls channel, and I didn't want it to be, but I'm like, oh fuck, I'm responsible for these people losing money, and I was like, can I send you some B&B? Like, I feel bad, like, you know, because people will blindly follow you into battle because it's your channel, and at some point you're like, no, like, you got to do your own research. I'm trying this, you know, and then we put something as super legit, and then like somebody on the team, not the person that we trust, would like rug pull the group, and you're just like, oh,
freaking Kevlar,
fuck,
bro.
it's
That shit still makes me sad, man. I
100%,
I didn't just put like, I mean, I didn't just put my time into that. Like, I genuinely thought, like, I believed in that project. I mean, you know, I didn't agree with everything that happened, you know, on the exactly as far as the way they approached certain things. However, I believed in the team and I believed in the vision, and I never thought what happened was going to happen, man. That shit blew my mind. It really broke my spirit a little bit.
And the shitty thing is, like for Kevlar, like, you know, I'm really good friends with Mike. You know, Mike was one of our OG mods on our group, and like Carmen is one of our OG members, and they went over there and they started running that, and we kind of lost them. And you know, they all got screwed over by the one coder. And Big King, who's another guy on Kevlar, he's in my neck of the woods, and we want to go for a beer and hang out. And you know, I was like, hey, if you trust your coder, at some point I might use them on a project. A couple weeks went by, everything looked good. I was like, great. So now you've launched, you trust your coder, everything is fine. And then like suddenly like the dev, the guy that they hired that they knew, just like took everything and ran.
It blew my mind,
and
man. Like I've talked to Golden extensively. Never would have thought, never in like something fucked up. I think, in my opinion, had to happen with him for him to do that, because he spoke every time I talked to him about the project. He was the most passionate dude that you could ever talk to about a project. Like when you talk to him in the first few weeks, man, that thing was his baby. You know what I mean? Like, he developed that contract for months, and I still to this day have not seen a contract like that. Is the most advanced contract, at least one of the most advanced contracts I've ever seen. And it just blew my mind when that happened, man. I couldn't believe it.
That's crazy, man, because like, you know, like you put a lot of trust in people that you meet on here that you've never actually met. And you know, I'm very worried about projects now, because I'll hear like the guys come in and they hype the project, like, no, you can trust us, we did previous projects, like, and like, well, what? They're like, well, we don't want to say because of this. I'm like, well, you're gonna KYC? Like, no. And I'm like, well, why not? Like, you need to put yourself out there now. You can no longer just be a friendly person who can act in a certain way and be, everyone's like, oh, this guy's great, he's super friendly. It's like, that person is fucking playing you like a fool, like every other street hustler out there who's, you know, or any foreign country you go to where they know they can play you for your money. Like, people are at this point, I assume every person on here is an actor, until at some point I go, okay, I can trust you, or you have a heart to heart, or you know enough about them that you feel that they're legitimate. You know, it's you can no longer just because they have a microphone believe that they're good people. And I think everyone needs to be very wary in this space.
Right.
So,
I feel that so hard.
You can Google my name. I've been coding for a long time. Google's super cool. You'll see all my code repos. And on my Facebook.
No, man, listen, I trust you by product because of some guy. I trust some guy. He's done a lot for my group. Nothing he's ever done has ever been like, oh, this guy's sketchy. So I don't know technically where he is or where he lives. I don't care, but I can see he's out to stop people from making bad decisions in their crypto space, which means I trust the decisions he's making in his crypto space, which is why I believe in you guys. I don't care if you're a super fool, you know, as far as I'm concerned, you're probably a super badass. You know what I mean? So it's all good.
Yeah, I'm with that. Some guy is incredibly based.
I need to change my name for real though. I need to change this tag. It's gotten me in trouble like now a couple times. I was like, man, some guy did this, and they're like sending a message saying some shit. I swear to God, dude, it just happened. I was supposed to get early contract like 2 weeks ago for this coin. I hit 4 million. And they didn't give it to me because like they sent me a message and they're like, hey man, this guy's saying that you're part of some sniper group and stuff, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I've never been a part of anything like that in my life. I was like, tell this guy to come talk to me. You know what I mean? And so and he ended up telling me who said it in their Discord. So like, and I knew him. I just did a promo through him like a day ago for ToyoMoon, 2 days ago for ToyoMoon. So I messaged him and I'm like, what the hell? I was like, why are you telling people I'm in a sniper group? He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, yeah, well, I heard from him that you said how to give me early contract because you said I'm in a sniper group. And he sends me the screenshot of the message, and he's like, oh, I see what happened. He's like, yeah, I said some guy is talking to the dev, and he's got a sniper. I was like, oh my god.
Oh man, you need a profile picture of like the most basic white guy you can find.
Just Google
just
white
like
guy.
a white guy. Yeah, just like a Ken Barbie doll or something. Just like the most boring white dude, and be like, "This is your profile picture for some guy." Yeah.
All right, here, let's see.
Or yeah, throw Seth up on there. Yeah. Yeah.
Why are only about 70% of these people white?
No, you can't just pick this guy. You have to pick some guy.
Some
Come on.
guy, you're right. Hold on, let's see. Is this some guy? This is some guy right here.
That is definitely just some guy.
All right, it's happening. Some guy.
Just pick that one guy. That one guy is like the guy third from the right was like a total fake rock wannabe. He looked good though. Third from the right, yeah. Top row, he's like, man, I wish I was the Rock, but I'm close.
All right, let me get this shit set. Let's see. Settings. Edit profile.
Or that could be the Rock for all I know. It's very hard.
I think
to
it's
tell.
the Rock, but he does look extra chocolatey.
Right?
He looks extra
It's only
chocolatey.
for only second time sexiest man alive is in a white guy. That was like, oh my god, is it the Rock? Because he does not. It's the Rock
You
for
had me
like
second guessing myself because
cheaper
I was
version.
like, I was about to say that is the
Right?
Rock, and now I'm looking at it and I'm like, is that the fucking Rock? It's got to be the
No,
Rock.
I don't know.
No, that's
You
not
know
The
what? I
Rock.
think
I
the
think
light-
that's Dwayne Johnson.
That's the Rock.
Shut up, Cade.
Dwayne Johnson is the Rock.
Sorry, I'll
It
shut up.
is him. No, it's all good. You just made my night. Like, that's not the Rock. That's Dwayne Johnson. He's like, yeah, the lighting on his head just makes him look like another white dude in a way. Oh, it's so good, so good. Oh, I'm gonna say your streaming quality is surprisingly decent, bro. I like reading the small letters.
Where the hell? Oh, here it is.
Sexiest man alive for a white guy. I'm just reading the URL.
It's gonna be the Rock.
He's Samoan, right?
I believe. Yeah, I think you're right.
All right, it's been done. I'm now the summiest guy.
Oh wow, you picked just some guy. That is one of the summiest guys
of
I've
all.
ever seen.
He's the summiest of all some guys.
I haven't seen many guys more summy than that.
I pride myself on it.
All right, boys. Well, I gotta bounce off here. I gotta take the pup outside here.
All right,
Getting
man.
a little moody.
Thanks for stopping in, man. Really appreciate you coming in and
no
your
worries,
words,
buddy.
man. It makes me feel good. It keeps me hearing shit like that keeps me motivated because, like, you know, whenever there's quiet days and it's like hard to like be hype whenever like everyone's just like, when marketing, why chart down, you know? It's like
Yeah.
it just kind of beats on you, and like hearing you come in and like your feedback on what we have so far with the decks and just like, you know, your kind words about me, and I appreciate it, man. It keeps me moving.
No worries, buddy. I like to help my friends. I mean, we're all in this crazy epic journey together, and hopefully in like 5 years we'll have a party in LA
Hell
and be
yeah.
like, yo, It's a sausage fest. Where's the ladies at? Because let's be realistic, that's what'll happen. But we won't worry about that now. Let's just try and get the party lined up. All right.
It'd probably be 2 chicks and they're probably
Damn, I got choked on that one. I got choked on that sausage joke.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh my god. All right, guys. Have a good night, eh?
Hey, Matt. Thanks again, man. Take it easy, brother.
Anytime, buddy. Glad to be
Hey,
here.
I'll
Cheers.
get up with you tomorrow on that
Peace,
AMA
man.
too.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, peace.
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 By the way, Lady Jar, if you're listening, that was no disrespect. I do believe that you are a woman. Kind of. No, I'm just kidding. I'm pretty.
No, yes.
I know Sam's not a woman for sure. She's got a voice changer. It's been
No,
proven. It's big facts.
I'm not. I have a really good voice changer. Actually, not that good because I still sound like a man, but it's okay.
I do remember. So I mean,
I'm not laughing because I agree. I just thought it was funny that the randomly came out with that.
no, dude, she just say that. So a little bit of background about the team. You guys know I just introduced Super. Told him he's fresh, but me, Kane, and Sam, we've been working together for a long time. Just hanging out. We're in the same groups. Just trying to find good calls and. We do things like little website designs and all kinds of little stuff we can do in the space because we all like working in this space. And Sim wouldn't talk on voice chat for the longest time because she was like, "I hate my voice." She's like, "I sound like a guy," and then she talks. I'm like, "You do not. You sound not like a guy at all. You sound like a chick, 100%. Like you sound fun." I just thought it was funny as shit. Made me think about that.
That was funny. Damn. Crazy how fast time flies.
I never really thought about my voice till crypto, and I started talking in chats with like 200 people and get messages like, "Where the hell are you from?"
That sounds like a hill jack.
I used to play WoW when I was younger, like 5, 6, 7 years ago. And I don't know if any of you guys have played WoW, but they had this thing called Ventrilo that you'd sit on and you'd be in like.
Oh god, yeah.
Give me your VN
I used
address.
to host Ventrilo servers all the time.
Yeah.
Everyone used to think I was a little boy, and I'm like, no, I'm not a little boy. Like I'm a girl, and they're like, no, you're definitely a little boy, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Like.
Wait, no,
Mommy's calling me a girl.
I would not want to be a girl on the internet. I'm gonna be straight up honest. Like, I would not want to be around on the internet. It's got to be a scary thing.
Honestly, I'd probably hide it. Just having a girl as an avatar is enough to get creepy messages sometimes.
All right, I should probably stop this recording because it is at 57 minutes. If any of you guys that weren't here for the AMA actually watched it this far, you guys are amazing. Thanks for listening in, and take care.